Alright, this is kind of a blog video. It's been like 78 days of not drinking. But not too I don't have I was kind of thinking of trying to know what kind of tips I could say in this video. And there is one there's one app. It's called it's like I appreciation or something. Well, so anyway, kind of where I'm getting to right now in life is with not drinking is, from making money in the stocks weekly, making more money, working more hours, making more money, eating right, continuing not to drink, and having a lot more self control. There's also, I've noticed that it's been 70, after about 70 days, my anxiety level is so low right now. Is just unbelievable. It's like, it really feels like I'm on a anti-anxiety medicine. Like, I'm even drinking a lot of coffee, but I really think it had to do with the alcohol. It took a long time to get over it and to be able to sleep at night and just get completely off of drinking. So I think that drinking is just, it's so helpful to quit, and you might not see all the benefits after a month or two. It might take 3 months, but so since my realization of me being pretty much still broke and not having much money to not take a day off and take a break is, it's a really real situation I'm in. But I'm trying really hard to make money and stuff to get out of some debt and everything. But the the thing I'm kind of seeing is like, what do I need? What do you need money for? What do you want to spend your money on? Well, you need groceries, and you need like cleaning stuff, maybe, or laundry detergent, or you might need like some shoes for work, or and if you're not going to school, and so I'm still working on spending like $200 a week on food, most, and at the most, which is really hard to do in Chicago. Um, but so I've kind of been trying to figure out how can you be happy without um spending money. I think money does have something about it. Spending it does make you feel new and happy, and there's an excitement with having something, and it's a weird idea because um you might think, I kind of would think you'd grow out of it as you got older, and you would get something new and be like, that's just this object, this material thing, and what do am I going to use it for that improves my mood? But there is this short term happiness that comes with buying things. Um, and sometimes, so what I'm trying to do is like, how can I appreciate a lot of the things I have, or how can I be happy every day, which is the things I have, and not want more things, because there for like a month or two after I quit drinking, I was buying a lot of stuff like clothes and things for work, and it made me really happy. And I kind of didn't really need all of it. I kind of don't. Today I want to buy like a $1,400 bike. Like, I really want a bike, and I don't. I've got a bike, but parts of it don't work right, and those parts I could fix really cheap, or I could buy the bike that I think that I like. You know, so it's just this so I just want to, if anybody's listening, I'd like to say, um if you can appreciate life, like, say, like, and I watched this video and I mentioned this guy, he walks around and he says, like, thank you for being alive today, thank you for this phone that I can use to record things on, thankful. And if you can be thankful, there's also, I notice when I go to a new town or a new city, I'm excited, things are new, I feel this new energy about in myself, like that something might happen that's new. And as I live somewhere for a period of time, I get used to it and kind of bored. So maybe those are some tricks you can do, go on a little trip somewhere, um or or try to appreciate everything you have, saying thanks to everything for 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, and thinking about how thankful you actually are to be alive and have life. And also um that today is, and this is a podcast I was listening to, or YouTube, is practice. You could try to write the best letter you've ever written to somebody, and it's not going to be the best, but it might be for you. It might be the best one you've done, and it might um and you're practicing making it the best. So if you can practice making each day the best day, then you're um you're working it um it it, it have being optimistic, having optimism. And if you can appreciate things that you have, then then you might not need anything more. You might be making yourself content. You might be um kind of like allowing your mind in some sort of way to say, to feel fulfilled, and to like, so as I'm quitting drinking, I'm trying these techniques, these new techniques I've kind of came across to try to be happy in the moment, and because a lot of the times I think everybody isn't doing what they want to do. A lot of the times we're doing something somebody else wants us to do, or what we have to do. So how can we be happy on those big amount of times where we're doing what somebody else wants us to do? It's kind of ridiculous. We live our life so much to do what somebody wants us to do. But I mean, I don't know what alternative there is. Go build a tent in Alaska and try to live off the land. I don't know if I want to work to hunt and do all those things as much as I like living here. So so I think we are in control of how we feel a lot, way, way more than we ever imagined. And if we don't need anything, then right there we're able to use our money to have time. There was this experiment where they would where they would give people $50 every week to spend on having your house cleaned by somebody, your yard mowed, your windows washed, somebody to pay your bills, and and then the next week they would have you use that money to buy whatever you wanted to buy: clothes, alcohol, food. And what they found was that people that were, or maybe not food, but what they kind of found was that the amount of time when people were spending their money on time to have more time to themselves, that was the times that they were happier by 10%, I think. So sometimes you can tell that if you're using your time to make money, to buy clothes and to buy the things that we think we want, really we're taking our time away from ourselves. And statistically, on this test that was done, that's not what makes people happy. So it's good for us to put our lives into that perspective, to know what we're gonna, how we want to go about living our life. And so so that's kind of my video for the day. I got kind of a new strategy here coming up. I'm thinking about I really like the idea. I'm thinking about, like, I work for a company delivering food, but I'm 35. I'm it's kind of in a way of like a dead end job, you could say. You get exercise. There's some good things about it, but I thought it was a real opportunity to ride my bike. But the more I think about it, the more of an opportunity it seems to be for a lot of things. For example, and I'm trying to sell this idea. That's why I'm talking in my selling voice. You can you can work anywhere. You can go to Mexico. You can work in Mexico City delivering food for Postmates. You can do all these companies in New York, Miami, Houston, Phoenix, Seattle. So I could travel doing any of this. And I'm like, well, what can I do while I'm traveling? Like, can I take pictures? Is there like, what could be the main like thing I can do while I travel and work? Well, I can take it off on my taxes. But also, one of the best things is that when I'm moving around, my mind is moving, it seems more. I'm making myself happy by going on these little vacations of where I would work. And I kind of have this, I kind of think that if I incorporate this into this lifestyle, it'll be interesting. And that's one of the biggest things I like. I, I, I would like a job that was interesting. And even if you're a doctor, you go from one room to the next patient all day, all year, all forever. And there's got to be good things that come out of that with talking to people, like oxytocin that you can have. But at times, I think you're really just, trying to get this job over every day, and you're trying to help people or whatever. And I just don't know how the satisfaction that would come from being inside of a small place like that. But the thing I'm finding out is about my job right now is that it actually does have, this is like a big building I'm in. Like, it was a little room here in Chicago just delivering food. And then I worked for all these other companies, and it kind of opened up some doors in the house. And now it's like, this is a door to another house. Going to New York, it's a door to another house in Miami. So I'm really liking this idea, because I'm like, well, how far could I go? What could I do? Can I rent my house out here? Is there other opportunities? Like, can I get out of here in the wintertime? So like, this is just the blog part of the video, not real advice, but I'm just kind of saying, what opportunities in your job do you have to make it more interesting, to make life like, because don't we get bored? I don't know, I get bored. If I'm doing the same thing, I get so bored. I'm like, it becomes a routine, and then your mind is going places, but yeah, I'm like digging inside myself, my mind, like trying to find answers. Can I live for free? Can I make it here? Can I go to college? Can I learn about stuff from college on my phone while I work? To, like, oh, can I just go to a new city and look at the buildings, take some pictures, find some event, meet somebody, maybe, like, see where that could take me. So anyway, those are some new ideas. Alright, well, good luck in life. Keep quitting drinking.